Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Hey, you.
No way to pick
Looking
this.
for work?
What kind of work?
It's good work. Under the supervision of a... If you don't mind a little manual, I'll give you 50 cap.
Right.
Interested?
You can do better than that.
Fine. Take a...
This is just a bad deal.
You're killing me here.
Mm-hmm. Still not good enough.
200. And that's it.
What? Yeah. I'm gonna need more to go on.
There's a project I'm working on. A big one.
Yeah.
So little discretion is called for. I got a delicate house of cards going here, you know?
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go inside. I'll give you the lowdown.
Got it. Bobby,
Ready to get to work?
just tell me what I need to do.
It's a simple job. You are gonna be doing...
What are we digging for? Buried treasure?
You could call it, but seriously, the other two are down there digging already.
Hey, I think we can finally get through.
Want to see what's on the other side?
Oh, yeah. You think Bobby will pay us this week?
I don't know, man.
Fallen with fire alerts. Fail! Bobby can take this job. Where'd they go? Send them back to hell.
Bobby,
What is going on in my tunnel?
Dude, that room was filled with money.
At least you put up a better fight than those... Well, you stuck around at least. So I guess you're promoted. You get to be... I think we just need one. An old friend. He'll want a fair cut, but we saw what being cheap got me.
just tell me where to go and who to talk to.
I knew I liked... First, I think it's best if you act... I have some things to check on in Diamond City. Head over to the noodle shop there, and I'll meet you...
Right?
It's a shame these people have to live in fear. Sheltering in this old stadium when all those perfectly good buildings are still standing outside.
Protection for sale! Hand-tooled pieces!
Camera cares about you. All medicinal meat.
Myrna.
Remember, I don't serve sense, so...
Let's see.
Shop in safe.
Bobby.
No sense
There
allowed in
you
the
are. Was wondering if you were gonna show up. Yes, it's me. I have to hide my face in these parts. people like me aren't allowed around here. Now let's get down to business. That big wall of glass looming over Diamond City is the mayor's office. Most people don't know it, but there's a strong room buried beneath. Mayor's just sitting on top of it. And that's our target. The guy has it coming if you ask me. With how he treats my kind, maybe he deserves worse.
Let's get started.
I like you. So, I managed to track down my tech guy. The guy can make a gadget. Thing is, you have to get him out of there. I can't just stroll into Diamond City security with this face, covered or not.
If you really think we need...
Trust me. Pick a lock, find a key, bribe the guard. Just get him out.
Officer?
So what? You're in the Brotherhood of Steel now?
Hey, officer.
You got something to say?
I was hoping to get...
I didn't know Mel had friends. All right. All right. You're free to go, buddy.
Let's
Heard you
just
rescued
get out of
Valentine.
here.
Good work. Old Sin scared the hell out of me. But Mickey, he ain't like those Institute psychos.
Mel.
Thanks for getting me out, I guess. So, you're Bobby's new toy.
I'm not anyone's toy.
Right. Bobby sure knows how to pick the gullible ones. God. That woman doesn't have a patient bone in her body. I wasn't serving a life sentence here. What, she couldn't wait like a day? What's the job?
How'd you like to help break into the Diamond City strong room?
Well, damn. That's a big score. Could be enough caps there to keep me going for a long time. Bobby may be shady, but she always pays up in the end. So, I guess I'll get my stuff and head over to her place.
Got yourself into trouble again, Mel?
What can I say? I learned from the best.
I'm flattered.
So, what's the deal with the new girl?
Oh, I got lucky with this one. Came right up to my door and took the job. She takes orders and she's useful in a fight. What more could I want?
She seems to have a good head on her shoulders. Maybe we don't burn bridges this time. Yeah?
Bobby.
All right, we're all here. Mel, you want to introduce your little friend?
Yep. Meet Sonya. This little bot is going to help us move through the earth like a mole rat on jet.
I'm excited to see what she can do.
I can't wait to show you. She's one of a kind. I modified her radio systems to emit sonic pulses at frequencies that can loosen any sediment around.
Mel says we'll be able to get to the strong room 10 times faster than just digging. And it's a hell of a lot safer than loading this place up with dynamite.
All right, guys, get ready. I'm not completely sure how this place will respond. So, brace yourselves. Sonya, do your thing.
Target eliminated.
Over here, Mel.
Gotcha. Sonya.
We need to get through here, Mel.
Blast time. Here we go again.
Mel, get Sonia over here.
And we're on the right track.
I see what you did
What?
there.
No. Just keep heading southwest. We need to find a place to blast out of these tunnels. Oh no. Who's there?
Anybody else want to take a break?
We need Sonia here.
No problem. Come on, Sonia.
That's all you got?
Over here, Mel.
Sonia, you know what to do.
We're getting really close. There's a brewery near our strong room. This
Safety's off.
basement. Mel, no.
Just kidding.
For the Brotherhood!
I'm not afraid of you.
I'm through. We need Sonia here. Bobby.
Keep moving. The Diamond City strong room is to the southwest. Great. Now my socks are wet. Well, guys, we're right under the Diamond City strong room.
You sure this is the right place? I've been mapping it out, and I think Diamond City should be a little further north of here.
I don't have a doubt in my mind. How about a little trust for the boss?
Tell the truth, Bobby. Where are we?
Under the Diamond City.
What?
And that,
Really?
we still need a way to get up.
Oh?
Mel, you think your robot will work here?
Look at this place. The foundation is already crumbling. One blast from Sonia, and I bet the floor above will come right down.
Well, then make
He won't want to be in the room for this collapsing foundation and all.
good thinking.
All right, then. Everybody stir. Sonia, prepare yourself for a blast at maximum power. No, Sonia!
Pull yourself together. We don't need that thing anymore.
But
You make another robot with all we get from the strong. Keep your head in the game.
Stay here too long, we're gonna get sick.
What are you doing
Shit.
here? You seriously didn't think Hancock would catch wind of your scheme? He took you in, Bobby. And you're stealing from him?
Don't listen to her.
I don't understand what's going on.
Don't worry about it. We are so close here.
I see the rest of you are in the dark about this. Nice no-nos. You all just broke into Hancock's storeroom. You know, Hancock, the mayor of Good Neighbor.
damn it, Bobby.
Listen, guys, I know this isn't what you expected, but there are still a ton of caps on the line here. Help me take her out, and all of it is ours.
This is Hancock we're ripping off here. The guy tends to hold grudges.
Counteroffer. Just go back into your tunnel, and we can forget this ever happened. What do you say?
You lied to us, Bobby. And you have to pay.
You can't do this to me. This isn't how this is supposed to go. Know what? Fine. More for me.
Mel,
I have to say, I'm not really cool with how this went down.
Bobby got what was coming to her.
I don't know. Did you have to kill her? Well, I'm out of here. Sorry for almost stealing from your boss, Miss Fahrenheit, ma'am.
Hey there.
You made the right move.
Bobby lied to us. I'm glad it shook out this way.
I was itching for a fight. But I guess this works too. Here, take this. A token for doing the right thing. Hancock will be happy to hear about your loyalty. You should go pay your respects in person. It's best to stay on Hancock.
Hey.
Where do you want me?
Hey,
What do you want?
Can't believe it. He looked just like Sammy, too.
He sure as hell didn't act like him. Institute thinks they can replace people with synths in this town? They got another thing coming.
What am I gonna tell his mother?
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
hey,
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
I hear you. It's a mess out there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. And the holiday special. He's the best. Better than Grognak and Man to Man combined.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Who's Mr. Abominable?
He was a caveman, got frozen in an iceberg from prehistoric times. When they thawed him out, he went on a rampage. It took the Shroud and Man to Man combined to take him down. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
How did you get used to everything?
Mainly I focused on survival. It got real bad after the bombs fell. For a long while, I tried not to think of the good old days. Just too painful. But it's all we got now. So we gotta try and make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So he can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the team.
I might do it.
I can give you some caps up front.
As it happens, I already have your costume.
There she is. Pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume and memorabilia too? You're something else. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But there's just one problem. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt or his butler, Jarvie Blake. But the Shroud is strong, capable.
What happens to the suit?
Oh, I have an idea who should wear it. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryovault and all.
Looks like I get...
The costume and gun are yours. So you patrol Good Neighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station. Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the time to fight crime!
Hey, Valentine.
Let's go talk to Amari.
In the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is
Dr. Amari?
Yes? Wait, I know you. You're on the railroad. What's this all about?
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he still compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
Hey, I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. You'll see. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Mind if...
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Sit down.
Suit yourself. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with...
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. So, you're with the Institute? You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. The eggheads never liked...
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
down the hall.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay?
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son?
This whole setup.
This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
It's all over, but the dreaming.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
That keep trying.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Crying over you. It's I, and nobody's crying but me.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
I'll find a way to get through the rads.
Good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant while you were...
Right. Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Is that you?
What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Amari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next. You know that whole business with Doc Amari and Kellogg's memories? It got me thinking. It's just there's still some Nick Valentine history I've been wanting to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
You don't mean to tell me he used that radiation to...
That's right. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter. Safe and sound. Ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
I don't get it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some...
I've got memories of a girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful and innocent, and Winter killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, no...
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
Good. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes including one of Winter's, that I managed to snatch from the Cambridge police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. My gut tells me the Boston police evidence terminals are the key to cracking this one. It's probably worth... Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
What the? Over here!
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of Good Neighbor.
If you ever change your mind, I'll be more than happy to help you bring Buddy home.
Hey.
That a Silver Shroud costume? Hey, ain't no judgments, but ain't that a kid's show?
You just made a mistake.
We're in for it
Did good.
The Silver Shroud's bringing justice to Good Neighbor. You bad guys better look out. And now, a special update.
History buff.
The villainous assassin Kendra was recently spotted at the third rail. The same
What, you need
Kendra who
something to
bombed
take
Little
the edge
Joe's
off?
shack and killed
Fred
4
Allen,
innocent
Hotel
drifters.
Rexford.
If
He'll
you
hook
want to
you
see
up.
the Silver Shroud...
Hancock says newcomers are welcome to the third rail.
Square on such a foul night.
Tracking our dear mayor.
Go on in.
What? Another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room.
Make way for paying customers. You look like one of them wankers from the posters. What you wearing that for?
What posters?
Those old-timey posters from back in the day. My mate, Kent, puts them up every damn place.
I'm looking for someone. Kendra.
Kendra is not one to be trifled with. People associated with her have a habit of being found face down in a ditch. If you're set on meeting her, for a fee.
Can you spare a few details on her at least? On the house?
You got to have finesse to be an assassin. Kendra's a murderer. A very skilled murderer. Listen, mate, the combat scan shows you know what you're about. Save your caps, buy a lager instead.
Here's your money.
You're still going through with this? She's got a flat outside the neighborhood. Look out for the blighters she's got with her. Nasty piece of business, that. Good luck.
Or maybe just one more. But if you're searching for something to bring you comfort,
God, I love this song.
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Hey.
Look, lady, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Maybe. Why don't you tell me who those guys were first?
A couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. It's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound you'd think they were a cult or something. Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but it never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Are you always this suspicious?
Hey, you approached me. And frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place. So I'm not about to leave anything to chance. Which brings me back to my original question. Can I trust you?
All I can give you is my word. And a bunch
of caps, huh? Price is $250.
Yeah. Everything's negotiable.
You drive a hard bargain. All right, boss.
Really? Nick.
Time to hit the road again? Get back to the hunt for Eddie Winter?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
Damn, I forgot to pick up that motor oil for you, Valentine.
Cute, McReady. You come up with that all on your own?
Yeah?
Excuse me, miss?
Well, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I've never heard that song before. Who wrote it?
I did. Everything I sing is an original. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. It's your eyes. Quick and intense. I bet you never miss a detail, You like what you see?
Yeah.
So what brings a woman like you
What do you think?
We're all trying to forget something, are we? I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions.
Yeah. I was wondering if we could get to know each other better.
Oh, really? Go on.
You, me, an evening walk under the streetlights.
And then what?
Music.
I knew you were something special, all right. Let me get my coat.
Let's get at it.
Let me get my coat. I haven't been out on the town in too long. Thank you. I'm afraid my first love is always going to be the stage, though. I hope you understand. I just can't get too attached. I'll see you around, good neighbor. When I'm up there singing, I'll be thinking of you.
Magnolia.
I'm sorry. I have to go. You take care. I have to head back.
Excuse me.
What? No, it can't. It's you. From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Wait, are you from Vault-Tec?
I am Vault-Tec. 20 years of loyal service, and now look at me. I wasn't on the list. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How? How's that possible?
You don't know? They didn't tell you?
Tell me what? What is it? How did you get through?
Right. The vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
Are there any other ghouls out there? From before?
You mean crazy Kent and nothing bothers me, Daisy? Yeah, there's a couple of us.
Right.
He just left me there.
I'm so sorry.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement, once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay, I'll head over there.
Hi.
Oh man, someone new. You need some jet, man? Home-brewed, reasonable prices?
You have any work?
Yeah, you know the gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking about scavenging around that old... I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some shit there that's out of this world.
Your offer's a little low.
All right, let's make it...
Not good enough. You said...
I did say that, didn't I?
Good neighbors full of chem addicts.
Okay.
Good neighbors full...
Okay.
All right, Fred.
You're the best.
Want me to take a crack at that terminal?
Sweet.
Before you even start, let's get to the point. We have rooms. One room specific.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit about this hotel?
Oh, why do they always have questions? The Hotel Rexford used to be a grand but now the only people who come by are looking for some. So, still want to...
Let me think it over.
Oh, I'll just cross you off the waiting. Fred?
Entertainment's down the stairs.
Need a place to stay?
Hey, Magnolia.
Something I can do for you, gorgeous?
Do you know Imogene Cabot?
Imogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Are you a friend of hers?
I just... Uh-huh. Her family's worried that something's happened.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seems like a body that could use looking after.
Do you know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Ham, would you come over here a minute?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this lady here was just looking for Imogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them. Just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella.
Magnolia.
Hello again. Something I can...
What's your story? How'd you...
Oh, I flew into town like any songbird does, on a heavy wind with a wounded wing. Well, this place has a stage, I needed to sing, and Whitechapel Charlie needed customers, so here we are. Was there anything else?
Whitechapel Charlie's been here a long time, I take it.
Well, he never talks too much about his past. Neither do I.
What?
You should get to know him, though. Order a drink first. He always wants to talk business after someone's had a few. And was that all?
Yeah. Come on.
You really want to know? It's all in the songs. Everything I am. Now, can I help you with anything?
Any chance I could steal you away for...
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Charlie.
Oi, we got beer.
Let's see what you...
Here's to drowning.
Right?
Now that you're liquored up,
You're blocking my light, doll.
order up or forever hold your damn mouth.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Cash up front. You ready to hear about that job? Will you?
Sounds like it's up my alley.
I got a certain anonymous client who's paying. Only catch? It's all in town. The old warehouses, so I can't use my regulars. Too noticeable. That's where you come in. The job's 200 caps. Payment after it's done. And don't worry.
3 location.
Well, I guess we
It's random murder.
think you're too good for this town, mate? You're not. Shove off, then.
I hope you find Imogene.
Yes?